Sometimes familiarity and a sense of security with that which is familiar can be the greatest impediment to walking closer with Yah and achieving your destiny. Hi, this is Barry Phillips with 10 Minute Torah, day number 4, Torah portion Devarim meaning words. Let's go to chapter 2. In the beginning of chapter 2 of Devarim and Deuteronomy, we read with verse 1, Then we turned and set out into the wilderness by the way of the Sea of Reeds, as Yahweh spoke to me, and we went round Mount Seir many days. And Yahweh spoke to me, saying, You have gone around this mountain long enough. Turn northward. And command the people, saying, You are about to pass over the border of your brothers, the descendants of Esau who live in Seir, and they are afraid of you. So be on your guard. Do not strive with them, for I do not give you any of their land, no, not so much as one footstep, because I have given Mount Seir to Esau as a possession. One more time, Israel is encountering their family nemesis in Esau. So Israel has been circling Mount Seir for an extended period of time. I'm not told exactly how long, but it would seem for years. And so they've been walking round and round and round this mountain, encountering the continued favor and blessing of Yah in that their shoes didn't wear out, their clothes didn't wear out. They had manna in the morning, water from the rock, the pillar of fire during the night, and the pillar of a cloud during the day. The tabernacle was in their midst. They were able to do their priestly services, and Yah's presence was with them. Mount Seir, in particular, is home, as the scriptures just said, of Edom, also known as Esau. And the Edomites, the descendants of Esau, they are the progenitors, according to the rabbis. This is rabbinical thought, and it's well stated in a lot of different places. You'll easily find something to substantiate this. That is that Esau and the Edomites are the progenitors of the Romans. From that, they extrapolate the idea that the Romans are those that raised up the Christian church. Now we know that the early followers of Yeshua were Jews. Then they went into the nations and they were looking for the lost tribal members of Am Israel. Galatians in particular are written to those in the Galut, in the exile, who is in exile, but the lost 10 tribes of Israel. The Hellenists got involved that were of a Western Greco-Roman mindset. Constantine took over in the year about 320 plus. And so Rome does have a professional church system that claims to have derived from the ministry of Messiah. There is a major disconnect, however. Nevertheless, rabbinically thinking and commenting, the idea is that Esau, through the channels, ends up, through the Romans, then to professional Christianity. Let's call it churchianity. What I'm about to share with you in a way of thinking, however, is a mixed field. Let's understand that there are those who sit on church pews or now in church chairs on a regular basis, and they are there because it is their culture. They call themselves Christians. They carry a Bible. Maybe they teach Sunday school. They may sing in a choir or a praise team. They may hold an office in their local congregation. But as far as an in-depth relationship with Yeshua, it's all at the surface level, because this is what my grandparents did, and theirs before them, and my parents, and this is where I've been, this is where I've raised my children. We're Christians, so we go to church and we do the church things. It's an easy trap for any and everybody to fall into, and you can point to any one particular brand or version or denomination, and many are guilty across the board. Sitting next door to that same person on a nominal church pew or in a nominal church chair can be someone with a passion for the Father, a passion for their Messiah. They study with a heart to seek to find Him. They pray fervently. It's not just church duty that they're about. It's about a righteous relationship. If you want to be real honest about this, it happens likewise in many of our Hebrew roots community congregations as well. Matter of fact, it would probably be startling to us if we could take a real serious behind the scenes look and see exactly who is actually born again and those that are just doing the Hebrew thing and counting it as their relationship with Messiah. So Yah says, you're not to get a square inch of anything that belongs to them. We're not supposed to be going as Hebrew roots people over to the church and trying to rob the members out of their chairs or pews in order to fill our own congregational seats. Yah says, I'm not going to give that to you. Now, if someone is led by the Ruach to make a change and to come out, that's between them and the Ruach. But we're not supposed to go fishing in their lake. And neither are we to strive with them. Hurling insults and bombs at those that are still in the church is not permitted according to what I'm reading here. And so we need to be careful. Let's go back to the mountain. Why would one struggle to leave a mountain that they've just simply been walking in circles around? Well, two reasons, and I'll try to squeeze these in here. Number one, whatever revelation that they received at this mountain, that is received in the church system, they don't want to lose that. That's understood. There is comfort in numbers. There's comfort in the overall size, strength, and the fame, I guess I could say, of their particular denomination. Everybody knows that they are Baptists or Methodists or Assemblies or Church of God or whatever they are. And so there's a sense of comfort there and a sense of legitimacy. When people ask you, well, who are you? And you struggle to figure out how to tell them in a meaningful way, they look at you like, well, who are you? It's much easier to say, well, I'm Baptist, or I'm Methodist, or I'm charismatic. But people don't want to lose that, and they don't want to lose the revelation that they may have had. But Yah's not taking those revelations. He's refining those revelations, and he's using them foundationally to build upon them and to give us something more. So we're not really losing anything. Learn to, if possible, just to say, I'm a Nazarite or I'm Hebrew. Oh, did they understand that? No. But you give them something. The second reason that people may not want to leave the mountain is because it requires a change of mind. You've been walking in circles and circles and circles, and it's been because originally we said we couldn't. We can't take the land. And I said, well, I'll give you a waiting period until you decide that you can. There has to be a change of mind. In the next generation, our generation, we need to come to an understanding that it's time to change our mind. To set our eyes on the prize, the destiny that the Father has given to us, pray and earnestly seek Him for the coming of His kingdom, and expect that it's going to show up in our day. But I also shared this with you. Something that the Father spoke to me very boldly when I was praying about coming out of my pastorate and leaving my previous denomination. When you come out, do not recreate what you come out of. We're not coming out to redo what has been done, Yah wants to do a fresh thing in us, a new thing in us, where we are required to change our mind. We'll see you again tomorrow, and until then, shalom.